The streets of Port Harcourt were soaked in celebration. Fireworks split the sky over the bloated city, casting flashes of color over creeks choked with oil and ash. Chief Boema Ibie, the newly declared governor of Rivers State, stood on the balcony of Government House waving at a roaring crowd. His smile never reached his eyes. Behind the scenes, ballots had burned, opposition leaders had disappeared, and sacred lands had been desecrated in the rush to power. But tonight, victory reigned. And yet, in the pit of his stomach, something writhed. That night, as the drums faded and the guests staggered home, drunk on cheap champagne and stolen hope, Boema sat alone in his private chambers, looking into a full-length mirror. He didn't recognize himself. His skin looked pale, sleek, like it had been coated in mucus. He blinked. His reflection didn't. Then came the voice, not from the room, but from inside the mirror, like a tongue dragging against broken teeth. You were what was not given. Now, you must feed what you have taken. Boema screamed and shattered the mirror with a stool. Blood pooled at his feet, but no one came. His aides, guards, and stewards had all mysteriously left early, each of them haunted by inexplicable dread. In the hallways, the lights flickered. The portraits of past governors seemed to look away from him. The air smelled of the sea, of rotting fish, and old sour blood. His phone rang once, just static and the sound of hundreds of feet shuffling in unison. If you like stories like this, like and follow this page for more. By the fourth day, Boema couldn't hold down solid food. His appetite shifted to flesh. Raw goat meat, chicken blood, fish head still twitching. He screamed at his cook and demanded a cow brought alive. His voice had changed, guttural, almost amphibian. In meetings, his eyes glazed over and he mumbled in a language no one understood, some mix of Kalabari and Ija but warped. His staff tried to call a priest from Okrika, but the man fled the moment he entered the house, claiming the thing inside that man is not a man. Soon, death followed wherever Boema went. His deputy was found dead in his home, face bloated, tongue chewed off, ballot paper stuffed into his chest. A commissioner drowned in a dry bathroom, lungs filled with oily water. Civil servants began quitting en masse. One secretary was institutionalized after she said she saw the governor slithering down the hallway like a snake, tongue flicking, eyes completely black. The people whispered of a curse, of something old and ancient that had returned. An elderly historian from Buguma, mad and blind, was brought secretly into the city. He told them what the priests refused to say aloud. Okuru-Ndiba, he whispered, the eater of mandates. He who comes when a throne is taken without the blessing of the ancestors. He who lives beneath the swamps and feeds on stolen destinies. According to the man, the spirit had not been seen since colonial times, when a corrupt warrant chief vanished overnight during a stolen coronation. The state descended into chaos. Blackouts spread across Port Harcourt. Protesters vanished in groups. Churches filled with worshippers praying in tongues, begging for deliverance. But the real terror came in the silence. At 3 a.m. every night, the air would grow thick and wet. People claimed to hear the sound of chewing, slow, deliberate, and moans echoing from the government house. Blood trickled from faucets, and in the creeks, mangroves began twisting into strange shapes. Thrones, open mouths, and eyes that bled salt water. In desperation, the traditional rulers of the Ikwere, Kalabari, and Ogoni lands gathered to perform a forbidden cleansing. They brought ancient masks, kola nuts, and ancestral stones to the gates of Government House. They chanted from dusk till dawn. But when the sun rose, all 20 of them were gone. Their clothes remained in neat piles. In the middle of the compound, something writhed under the soil. It pulsed like a living heart. Weeks later, the building was found abandoned. Walls covered in handprints made of tar and blood. Only one man, a crippled gardener, survived. He was found in a canoe floating through the polluted waters near Boni, muttering endlessly. He's not a man, he's a mouth that eats what's not his. The seat of power remained empty. The House of Assembly refused to sit. No one dared claim the title of governor. Now, whenever elections draw near in Rivers State, the air becomes humid with fear. Fishermen say they still see Chief Boma's eyes blinking beneath the river surface. The politicians stay indoors at night, locking their doors, drawing salt lines around their homes. For everyone knows, once a mandate is stolen, Okuru-Ndiba awakens, and he always finishes his